Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. This is going to be a quick bit of Power Rangers comic news about a new series that's going to be launching, which is just going to be called Mighty Morphin, which is basically a continuation of the main comic. If you've read any other comics before, they'll often do this, where they do like a soft relaunch, just resetting to a new number, so you don't get to a redonkulous number of issues, and also it gives kind of a good jumping off point for new fans, so it's not so overwhelming. They even say that in the press release, that like, this is going to be a continuation for longtime fans, but also it's a good place to jump in if you're new. And the series called Mighty Morphin, which is now going to be happening in November, is in essence going to be replacing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And they say there's also going to be two series. They don't say the name of it in today's news, but there has been rumors about what they would be called, and the rumor was the two new series were going to be one called Mighty Morphin and one called Power Rangers, just by itself. And they're going to be replacing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and then Go-Go Power Rangers. And we don't know about the second series as of this recording, but I'm going to guess the Power Rangers series is going to be about the Omega Rangers. That's just my guess. Like, the general description for this series basically is like a boilerplate stuff. It's called the Unlimited Power Minutes, Unlimited Minutes. And it says it's going to be dealing with the two teams. But since it mentions the arc, again, I'm going to kind of assume that Mighty Morphin is going to focus on the Mighty Morphin team, and then Power Rangers will focus on Omega, and then they'll have crossovers and kind of have interconnected, interwoven stories, just like Go-Go did, except it was like flashbacks, basically. So that's what I'm going to assume happens, but it just talks about how we're going to be facing new threats, and new allies, and new friends, and that's like the same thing, but like all new stuff like never before, and we're going to learn, not the history of the Power Rangers, but it said we're going to learn, like, being a Power Ranger means something we didn't expect, or the history of Power Rangers isn't what we expect. Something along those lines. I'm not sure what they meant by that. I'm intrigued by the idea of possibly delving more into the origins of Power Rangers, if that's what they meant by that, but that sounded intriguing. But the general description is just kind of boilerplate stuff. The most new and exciting, depending on if you're excited by it or not, stuff is that we're getting a new Green Ranger. And this was something we kind of knew about a little while ago because it showed up in one of the leaked descriptions. I don't know if it was leaked, it might have just been found, but it was a found description of a future issue that talks about there's going to be a new mmpr Green Ranger. We get a look at him here in one of the issue covers, and he's kind of got a suit design reminiscent of like the Bat and Sun Green Ranger mixed with Draken's little like headpiece thing, and that makes me worried that it's Draken. That and the fact that one of the covers is a menacing one like this, and we know that Draken's back in the comics. Like, speaking of, I still have the finales for like TMNT, Necessary Evil Arc, and Go-Go recorded. I have those reviews recorded, I just need to edit them and put them up. They keep getting pushed because of all this news and toys and stuff. But Draken came back at the end of Necessary Evil, and he is going to be a part of it. And who knows, maybe they'll prove me wrong, but based on the look of this Green Ranger, it seems like it'll be Draken working with them in some sort of capacity. And that's disappointing. I like Draken, and I'm not opposed to him returning someday, but I just feel like it's too soon. I actually have a video I want to do about that. Maybe I'll release that first before the videos about it being too soon for Draken. But again, they could be surprising me with this, but at the same time, just based on the fact that Draken's there, and this dude's got a Draken head, it just checks out. Like, when I first heard it, I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit. It's like, do we really have to bring back Green again? Like, I get it. And I've even said, I don't mind using the MMPR aesthetics because the comic's good. But I do not truly understand why the White Ranger isn't as popular as Green. I feel like he almost felt like he was around more in the series overall, and he was in the movie. Guess who was in the movie? Not Green. So like, I don't know why MMPR White isn't iconic enough to carry the comic and they have to bring Green back. Like, the White Ranger felt to me like he had even more of a presence. Like, I just don't get it on a franchise level. But regardless, when I first heard about it, I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit, but then I thought, well, maybe there could be an interesting story about, like, they talk about how the threat is amped up with Zed more, and they're gonna need help, so maybe they would recruit a new Ranger to come in, and that kind of intrigued me. Like, what if they recruited a new Green Ranger and Tommy had to be like a mentor to him, or her? That could have been cool, like a female Green Ranger with a silver stripe, Team Silver Stripe for life, and then mentoring by Tommy. That could have been cool. I think a lot more interesting to me than potentially being Draken, but who knows, they could prove me wrong. We're going to be getting, you know, like I said, boilerplate stuff, new allies, new stuff, all this new fun stuff, and there's going to be a new Green Ranger to figure out. I'm still looking forward to it because I'm still enjoying the comics, and I'm definitely curious to see what they do, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't rolling my eyes a little bit about bringing out a Green Ranger again. There also is a really cool cover that has like a bunch of the Rangers on it. It's like, looks like one of those dual covers where you'll get another one, it'll make a complete picture. They got like a bunch of Rangers on there. Some some I don't even recognize, but it's pretty cool. But still sort of looking forward to it, but apprehensive about the Green Ranger stuff. And these are going to be coming out in November when they launch the 2 new series. In the meantime, we're going to be finishing up this Aftermath stuff in the main comic, and Go-Go Power Rangers already finished. But anyway, guys, what do you think of this new Green Ranger and the new arc? Are you excited? Are you not? What would you rather see as opposed to the new Green Ranger for the rest of the MMPR comics? Let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.